What is up, YouTube? Coach Tim here, back at it with another video. And today, we're going to be doing another Sixers player today by the name of Tobias Harris. 6'8", small forward. You know, Tobias Harris is really an underrated scorer. I mean, this guy can do it all offensively. He can put you in the post, shoot threes, slash, shot create. I mean, this guy is just a scoring machine. Really underrated. I had him in my career. He was on my team in my career in 2K19 when I was in the Suns. I made sure I signed him in free agency, and man, he was nasty. He was the second leading scorer on my team. I love Tobias Harris. Like he's really underrated, and he's just an offensive beast, and you definitely want this guy on your team. So we're going to be making his build today, and this build is actually a really freaking good build. I really recommend this build, especially if you are a inside the paint type of guy, you know, a bully ball type of guy. You definitely got to run this build. So we're going to go through the attributes, move slowly so you guys can see how accurate we are to making this Tobias Harris build. And I'm not really too familiar with Tobias Harris like history. I know he played for the what teams has he played for? Oh, he played for the Magic. That's where he used to play for the Magic, and that was like the beginning of his career. And he wasn't like known. Here are his badges, by the way. He wasn't like known as like a superstar player. It's kind of like Nikola Jokic. Or Nikola Vucevic. Sorry, not Jokic. That he's a really good player, but his name's not really said because he's on the Magic. So, and nothing against the Magic. It's just there's just a low, small market. That's a one playmaking badge, no defensive badges. So we're gonna go to the my player builder. And yeah, I don't really know much about Tobias Harris other than he played for the Magic, and he's a really good player. That's all I really know of him. He's a small forward, he's right-handed, he's number 12. You know, just doing these builds in order. And all I know is that when I watched Tobias Harris on the Magic, which was very few times, you know, he dropped 20 plus points in those games. So I really like how Tobias Harris plays, and I haven't really watched Tobias Harris in recent days because one, the quarantine that they canceled the NBA. You know, that shit's a biatch or a betch, but you know that's okay. But I know definitely that when the NBA comes back, I should start watching this guy more because this guy is a really good scorer. He's fun to watch. All right, we went with the blue and green chart because he's a slashing, shooting oriented person. The pie chart we went with is the last one because you have to have strength if you're Tobias Harris. He likes to bully ball. That I know for sure. He usually gets that mismatch and tries to bully the person he's on. Even with a big, he'll bully him. He'll use his speed and his quickness to get around him. So I went with the balanced one because you'll be able to have everything decently well. 74 speed is not bad, especially 5 difference from the max speed you can get. But from a 62 strength to an 80 to a 76 is a big amount of strength difference. So I went with the last one. So his attributes consist of a 90 shot close, his driving layup an 80, his driving dunk of a 70, and he didn't have the highest driving dunk, which is odd to me. His standing dunk would be at a 65, and his post hook is at a 70. His shooting consists of a 79 mid-range. He does have higher mid-range and shooting on his 2K attributes, but the max we can go with is these right here. So 79 mid-range, 77 free throw. I'm sorry, 77 3-point shot. His free throw is an 81. His post fadeaway is 70. I honestly think that should be a little higher, but that's what 2K gave him. Can't argue with it. That's what you got to go with. Pass accuracy is 65. Ball handling is 70. That means you can get the pro animations, and his post moves at 83. This is where this build could be really good as an 83 post moves. If you need a bailout bucket, you gotta go right here in the post move. Get him in the post. All right, defense 59 on his interior defense. Oh, I went too high for that one. His perimeter defense of 58. He's not the best defender, so don't expect to be clamping up with this build or with Tobias Harris. But this is not Tobias Harris. He's not a defensive oriented person. Steals 37, his blocks 53, his offensive rebounds are 42, and his defensive rebound is a 66. So with the best setup you have here is a 14, 14, 12, and 1. Now this build is actually a really good build for a small forward. I mean, this is really good. This is overall really good offensively. Defensively, don't even think about it. You know, don't even. Ignore the red. Like no, this red side you see right here, the red bottom part, just ignore. All right, don't even worry about it. Up top though, you could definitely work with this build. Offensively, it's really good. We went with built because he's not skinny, he's not super massive, so and he's got some big ass muscles. So we went with built. He is a 6'8" small forward. So as unfortunately we lose the pro ball handling animations, but once you get to that 99 overall, you'll be able to get him. His weight is at a 235, so he's a big small forward, and his wingspan is actually smaller at an 82.9. So as we're looking right here, you up your mid-range and your three-point shooting. You go down in your steal and your block, but your defense. Who cares about defense in this build? You know, we made this guy to score like Tobias Harris. 81 strength is actually really good. I mean, that's really good. 71 speed, that would be a 79 speed. Vertical would be at a 78. Ball handling would be at a 71 when you get a 99.9, and at 99 you'll be at 70, which is absolutely respectable. You'll be able to get the pro animations. You'll be able to have an 84 mid-range, a 81 three-point shot, which is really good. You won't be able to get driving dunks, but you'll be able to at least get into the paint and slam the ball down pretty consistently. At a 73, 74, you know, your shot close will be really good. So this build is really good. I mean, I would make this build if I had made money off YouTube and just made builds for fun, but you know, I'm broke, so don't expect, unless if I blow up, then I would definitely do this. But you know, we're gonna take baby steps here. We're gonna make these builds, try to give you guys the best content we can. So we went with post scorer because Tobias Harris loves to get in the post, and man, that most of his points are in the post when he gets a mismatch. And when he's usually taking over the game, it's not really slashing, it's not sharp shooting, it's not shot creating. It's usually in the post, usually bully balling, shooting over the smaller guard, or he's blowing by with the post spin on a bigger guy. It depends on he's just so crafty in the post, so we gotta go with post scorer. And the build that we got is a slasher, and look who is the first person that we see in the similar to. It is my man Tobias Harris. I mean, I don't know how more accurate you want this one. I mean, not all the builds are going to be accurate to the name, but this one's absolutely exact. He is the first person there. I mean, did I do something wrong here? I mean, that's perfect. So that's the best we can get. So we're going to be into testing the build. So put this thing at 9 overall. You have overall really good bad setup and finishing and shooting. You don't need anything less. Like that's a really good 14-14. That's really good. You'll be able to work with that a lot. So we're gonna go backwards. I don't even gotta say it. Clamps. You gotta go with clamps. Clamps. Best batch. Playmaking. Now depends on how you're gonna run this build. Right. If you're gonna run this build towards a post, a Tobias Harris post way. Post playmaker, not post playmaker, a post type of build. No, gotta go with your quick first step. Gotta go with your downhill on those rebounds if you even can get them, because you have a low rebound. I would go with handles for days if you're gonna dribble, and then this is where you can go with, you know, you can go with neo threader if you're gonna be passing the ball out, or you can go with your post spin. It's up to you what you want to do. But if you're gonna make this exact build and get that post scoring takeover, you gotta get your post spin. You gotta get your post spin. And the handles for days is so when you back down, I'm pretty sure when you back down, that counts as handles for days. I'm pretty sure I saw that in a badge description on a patch note or something like that. I forgot. I saw that was like back in September. But I'm pretty sure when you're backing down and you're dribbling, you know, handles for days will help. Or if you're not gonna dribble at all with this build, you can go with your unpluckable, because if you're in the post, a lot of people like to trap and spam square, so unpluckable will help with that. Or if you want to lower that down and put a bailout, because sometimes you're going to be in the post fade, or you're going to do a stupid shot because 2K animations are broken, you got to be able to kick it out on the shot. So bailout bronze all you need, so this would actually be really good for you. I actually didn't think about that one, so I actually go with this depending on if you're going to be Tobias Harris. But if you're going to be like, you know, dribbling with this guy, you got to go handles for days. So it's up to you. But if I'm making this Tobias Harris, I would go with what I went with originally, or not originally, what I went with the second option in this right here. Shooting, I think, you know, 14 is respectable. Like, that's a lot to work with, because the minimum you need is 10. So you have 4 extra ones, and you also get him Hall of Fame. So this is a setup I would go with here. Now, if you're going to be Tobias Harris, go with deep fades. But you gotta go with your green machine. I mean, when you green a lot, that badge is overpowered, bro. Like that's an essential if you're gonna be a shooting build. You gotta have Green Machine. Well, first you gotta have these three in Quick Draw, Range Center, Hot Zone Hunter. Then you gotta go for sure fourth on the Green Machine. For sure, I mean absolutely for sure. So this is what I would go with. And finishing, you gotta go with your contact finisher. You gotta go with your fancy forward goal, Giant Slayer. Whoops. And you gotta go with your Slither 3. I mean, this right here is exactly what you need. Now, if you don't want to run fancy forward because you're not a hop step cheeser, you go Acrobat. Or if you don't want, if you're not a big fan of Giant Slayer, go Acrobat. But depends on what you want to do. I would go with this. I mean, I'm not, like I've said in past videos, I'm not a finishing type of guy. I'm a shooting, defending, playmaking type of guy. So I'm not really, you know, a full expert in the finishing category. But if you do have a friend or a personnel that is a finishing type of build or a finishing type of player, you can ask them, or I can research more about these badges and give you more content about it. If you guys are interested about that, write it down in the comments. But you go Acrobat or Giant Slayer, it's up to you. I'm gonna go with Giant Slayer because why not take that extra boost on that size, because you're only gonna be 6'8". So that, my friends, is the Tobias Harris build. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon. I actually want to check if Tobias has a jump shot here. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. No, he doesn't. But no, that was a little extra stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys soon.